Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylee and today we're mixing it up a bit on the channel and we're going to a Squishmallow meet. If you're new to my channel, I make a lot of Animal Crossing content, but I do want to start branching out and making some other cozy content as well. If you follow me over on Instagram, you might know that I love Squishmallows and you can probably tell by the shelves behind me. So we're going to my first ever Squishmallow meetup. I do have a couple extra Squishmallows I want to get rid of, so we're going to bring those along to try to get them some new homes. So let's get right into the footage from the event. Alright, hello again friends. I just got back from my first ever Squishmallow meet and I had so much fun. First, I'm going to talk about my experience and then we'll get into the Squishmallows I actually bought and traded for. So, like I said, this was my first ever Squishmallow meet and I think it went really well. I stayed for about 2 hours, which was completely fine because about 5 minutes after I left, it actually got closed down by park rangers, so the event had to end a little bit early. But everyone I met there was super nice, and it was nice to be around people that like Squishmallows as well. I feel like in real life it's hard to find other adults that actually like Squishmallows. Some of my coworkers think it's a little weird that I like Squishmallows so much, so it was nice to be around like-minded people for the first time. I will say, if you're going to a Squishmallow to try to sell your Squishmallows, this isn't the best place to go. A lot of the people going to Squishmallow meets are also trying to sell their Squishmallows, so it's a lot of selling more than buying, but this would be a great opportunity for people who are trying to start their collections. And even though I did go with the intentions of selling Squishmallows, I did end up selling, buying, and trading Squishmallows while I was there, so I think I came home with more Squishmallows than I actually left with this morning. So it was more of an upsize rather than a downsize that I was trying to do, but I came home with some really cool ones, so I think it all went well. I believe I left this morning with 23, and I got rid of 6, so I was left with 17, but I know I did bring home some extras as well. But now let's get into the fun part and see what I brought home with me. So I think my first trade of the day went really well. I actually got rid of 4 8-inch Squishmallows and I came home with 2 5-inch and 2 clips. So that was a good downsizing because I got rid of 8 inches and I came home with smaller ones. So my 2 5-inches that I got is a 5-inch Malcolm and a 5-inch Zozo, and I actually don't have either of these in my collection, so this is my first Malcolm and my first Zozo, so I was super excited to trade for these. And then the 2 clips I got were Mary and Carlos. I am trying to bump up my clip collection a little bit, so I was glad to come home with these. I think these are actually the only 2 clips I got, but I love them both so much. They're so cute. And then my next trade was actually an upsize. I got rid of a 7.5-inch Chasmin, and then I got the Milk and Cookie Duo in return, and I am so excited for this trade. I was actually not trading when these came out, so I was never able to get my hands on them, and I just think they're so cute. I actually have the pink Milk as well, but I'm excited to get the actual Milk because he's just so adorable, and I've been really looking forward to this duo. I can't really remember the order of my next purchases or trading, so I'm just going to move on to the next one that I can see in front of me. And the first one I got was this little like capsule sized Carly, and when I was first getting this one I actually thought it was a Devante, but when I looked it up when I got home, Devante has a black belly, so this one is actually Carly, and I do have an 8-inch Carly up on my shelf over there, but I'm still super excited to add her to my collection. I love this little size. I think they're so adorable. And then my next one out of this purchase was one of my Daisos, and I actually got 8-inch Emily, and I love her so much. I love her sparkly belly, her sparkly wings, and her ears, and this is one that I've been looking for since I started collecting, so to get her at a Squishmallow meet, I was super excited for. I just love her so much. And then for my next purchase, this is actually one that I've been stalking on Mercari for, and I'm so glad I found her in real life. She was definitely cheaper in real life than I've seen her on Mercari. I do have her tag too, but it's left in my car, so I'll get that after this. But I got little Della, and if you don't know, Avery is my favorite Squishmallow, and I've been looking for Della for so long, but they're always like $20-$30 on Mercari, and I actually only got her for $12, and she came with her tag, so that's a bonus. But I've been looking for her for a really long time, and I just think she's the most adorable pink color, and I actually only got her instead of the duo with her and Avery because I have a bunch of Averys behind me already. So I just went and got Della. She's so cute and I'm so excited to add her to my collection. Alright, the next two that I actually got from the same seller, and they're both 5 inches. I got a 5-inch Delita. I think that's how you say her name. If it's not, please correct me in the comments. But that's how I'm going to refer to her in this video. So I got a little 5-inch Delita and I got a 5-inch Zero. Unfortunately, he didn't come with his tag, so I did get him for a little bit of a discount. But I'm a big fan of Disney. As you can tell, I'm wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt. But I've been looking for him, and they actually had him in a bigger size with the tag, but I love him so much in the tiny version, so I just get him in his little small size. But I think he's so cute with his little floppy ears. A really good purchase. And then for Delita, she is one that I've been looking for since I started Squishmallow hunting. I saw a picture of her online, and I really don't know why I like her so much. I think she is just the most adorable little dragon fruit. I have looked at her on Mercari, and again, she was a little expensive, and she was a little expensive at this meet too, a little bit more than I would like to say I bought her for, but I've been looking for her for a long time, so I was glad to find her, and I think it's money well spent. Next up, I got these 2 adorable goats from the same seller, and I just think they are the cutest little thing. She actually posted these the night before on this Facebook group before the event, and I told her to bring them because I was super excited for them. So we have Palmer and Walker. The first one we'll go over is Palmer, and he's just this adorable green little goat. I actually have him in a clip version with the little bandana, but I didn't have him in a normal Squishmallow, so I was super excited to get him. And I do have quite a bit of green Squishmallows, as you can see back there, so I am glad he's a smaller one because I am kind of running out of room for them. But I think he's so adorable, and their little horns are like corduroy material, and I just think he is so cute. And then the next one we have is a gray Walker. He is a little wrinkly, as you can kind of tell. I'm hoping he'll smooth out in a little bit, but again, he's just a super adorable goat. Again, he has the corduroy ears, horns, but I think he's adorable, and I am so glad I got these 2. Next up is one of my trades, and I traded a 4.5-inch Farik. I accidentally had 2 of them, so I was just getting rid of my extra one, and I traded him for a little tiny Amy, and she is one of the spring ones. I think she was an Easter one maybe last year or the year before, but I wasn't collecting when she was initially released, so I'm super excited I got to collect her because, like I said, I wasn't collecting back then. But she has these super cute overalls with the little flower on the chest, and then her little wings and the tuft of hair at the top I think is just adorable. So, and again, she's just a little tiny size, so I'm so excited to add her to my collection. And then these 2 are the last ones I purchased of the day, and this was actually from these nice 2 people that were parked next to me at the event, and they were super nice, and they brought a ton of them, and I made a purchase of these 2 from them. So the first one is this little carrot. She was just a little guy. She doesn't have a tag, and I did notice she actually has a rip right here, but that's okay. When she's on the shelf, you won't be able to see it, but she's super cute, and I don't have that many orange ones, so I was looking for specific colors to try to fill in my collection a little bit, so she'll just be one of my little orange guys on the shelf. And then the next one is probably one of my favorite Squishmallows ever. It is Gordon with the goggles. Avery and Gordon with the goggles are my 2 favorite Squishmallows, and I only have Gordon in a little baby size of like 4 inches, so when I saw him, I had to get him. Unfortunately, he didn't come with his tag, but I just love him too much to let him go, so I took him home with me, and he was only a few dollars, and I just think he's the cutest thing and probably the best purchase of the day. But that is everything I bought at the Squishmallow meet. Like I said, this was my first one ever, and I had such a fun time. I do recommend going to an in-person meet if you can. It's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of like-minded people, and it's just cool to see other people's collections. Even if you're not buying them, it's still nice to meet people and see all the Squishmallows that are for sale. But this is the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Before you leave, make sure to give the video a like, comment, and to subscribe to the channel. And if you watch to the end of the video, let me know if you've ever been to a Squishmallow meet in real life. I want to see how many people have actually gone to one. But that's the end of the video. Bye, friends!